Hi.
Hi, Miss.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Miss.
How are you? There. Good. So today is Wednesday, 20th of May, and this is what we are going to be doing today. We're going to be revising irregular verbs. When did we use irregular verbs? Do you remember that with a certain tense, we had regular and irregular verbs? What were they? Hi, Miss. Hi, Igna. Ahí te pongo presente. Who can explain, who remembers irregular verbs? When we use them?
In the simple past.
Right, with the simple past. With all tenses of the simple, with all forms, or only like with the affirmative, with the negative, with questions, with all of them, or how?
With affirmative.
Affirmative.
Only in the affirmative sentences. Very good. We're also going to be working on a listening activity. This one is on the book. And then we're going to do a lot of exercises. A lot of exercises on tenses. So we have the beautiful, beautiful wheel. And we are going to spin the wheel to see how much you remember the irregular verbs. I love the sound, really. Let's see, we have the verb think. Who remembers the past tense of think?
Thought.
Thought. Good. And what does it mean? What is to think something?
Pensar.
Pensar. Very good. Let's see another one. Okay, we have the verb to be. What happens with the verb to be in the simple past?
It's
Was where.
Was and where. Very good. Very good. Les preguntaría qué significa, pero a esta altura asumo, I assume you know what the verb to be means. Okay, the verb have. What happens in the past? I had the with D as in dedo. I want a very difficult one. Okay, we have the verb build.
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 With a T, right? To
Build.
someone built. And what is the meaning of build?
construir.
Construir.
Right, so you build a building. Yes, construir. I feel like I'm in casino. The verb run.
Run, pero
Run.
It stays the same. Yeah, there is a group of verbs that stays the same. And what is running?
correr.
Yeah,
Correr.
running.
Correr. Correr.
We're gonna do one more and then we'll move on. The verb get.
Got.
I got. Very good. And what is the meaning of getting?
Conseguir.
Tener.
Like receiving something. Very good. Here you have the list. I wanted to show you what it looked like. This one is on the handout, page 209, but you have it on the book as well, 175. I think it is the last page of the book as well. So you can go there and study it, check it. You can do whatever you want, sleep with it, be free. Okay, we are going to go back to the verbs later, but for now, we're going to take a break and we're going to do a listening activity, right? This one is on page 38 on your book. It looks like this. So, if you have your book, open it on page 38. I'm going to open the tab. This is the listening. Okay, which one is your favorite kind of activity? We have listening, speaking, writing. Which one is your favorite? Or the one that you prefer, let's say?
What
¿Tienen alguna
page, miss?
preferida? Sorry?
What page?
38. Okay, are we all together? This one is, we are on the exam tip, exercise 2. The exam tip is on a multiple choice. I think you already know how to do a multiple choice, but let's read. The order of the questions in the task is the same as in the recording. That is very important. Listen for the information you need to answer in each one in turn. Okay, so we're going to read the questions and then you're going to tell me what kind of information we're going to be searching for when we listen. A story slam is an event for people who like. Let's see the exercise. Lo vamos a leer con las opciones y listo. Okay, a story slam is an event for people who like choosing fiction, listening to writers, or competing to win money. So we're going to learn what a story slam is. Eddie first heard about story slams from, and what are we going to listen? ¿Qué viene después de from? Si decimos que alguien, someone heard a story from. A person, right? So we have a group of friends, a trip, or a blogger in another country. Number 3 is, what was Eddie's first story slam like? Some of the stories weren't interesting. People read stories of different types. He was too nervous to read his story. And the last one, in his first story, Eddie wrote about a time he felt embarrassed, in pain, or annoyed. Okay, any questions as regards the sentences?
No, miss.
Now, is it clear what you have to do? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, we have a photo. This one is the photo. What do you think slam story means? Based on the sentences we have read, let's guess a little bit. What is a slam story?
A place where people share their stories.
Okay, that could be a good answer. We're going to find out now. Are you ready?
Are you a writer? Do you know anyone who loves stories? Well, keep listening. With us, we have Eddie, a fan of a different way of telling stories called a story slam. So what actually is a story slam?
Basically, it's an event for story lovers. But it's different from a book club because people listen to writers read their own work. Each person has 5 minutes to read their story aloud to the audience. There are usually about 20 speakers in each slam, but it isn't a competition with a prize, so you don't win anything. At the end, people just vote for the story they like best.
How did you first hear about the idea of a story slam?
I'd like to say that it was my idea, but I first read about it online. A teenager from Washington blogged about a slam she went to. I mentioned the idea to my friends, but no one was very interested. Then an American teacher joined our school, and he organized the first story slam for the students.
What happened at that first event?
We were all very nervous, of course, but everything went well. The teacher gave us lots of advice, and we practiced reading aloud to make them sound interesting. Someone told a ghost story, another person did science fiction, and there were lots of funny stories too. I wrote about something that really happened.
Oh? What was your first story?
Well, I was walking through a clothes shop when my friend messaged me. I wasn't looking where I was going and I knocked into some people. No one got annoyed or anything. Then, suddenly, I walked right into a tall mirror and I said sorry to the person opposite. Then I realized it was me. It didn't hurt, but everyone in the shop was laughing. My face went bright red.
So, what do you like best about story slams?
I enjoy being creative, but that's not the most important thing. For me, it's the audience. Having a group of people there to react to your ideas is great. There's nothing better. And it doesn't matter if they don't choose your story as the best.
In the future, do you think you'll become a professional writer?
That would be an interesting life, but it's also difficult to earn money. And writing for me is just for fun. I'm going to continue with it, but not as a full-time job. To be honest, I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I leave school.
Okay, I'm sorry I forgot that we had 2 extra sentences, but were you able to follow the listening and choose some of the answers? You need to listen to it again?
Yes.
Yes, okay, we will listen to the audio one more time and then we check.
Are you a writer? Do you know anyone who loves stories? Well, keep listening. With us, we have Eddie, a fan of a different way of telling stories called a story slam. So what actually is a story slam?
Basically, it's an event for story lovers, but it's different from a book club because people listen to writers read their own work. Each person has 5 minutes to read their story aloud to the audience. There are usually about 20 speakers in each slam, but it isn't a competition with a prize, so you don't win anything. At the end, people just vote for the story they like best.
How did you first hear about the idea of a story slam?
I'd like to say that it was my idea, but I first read about it online. A teenager from Washington blogged about a slam she went to. I mentioned the idea to my friends, but no one was very interested. Then an American teacher joined our school, and he organized the first story slam for the students.
What happened at that first event?
We were all very nervous, of course, but everything went well. The teacher gave us lots of advice, and we practiced reading aloud to make them sound interesting. Someone told a ghost story, another person did science fiction, and there were lots of funny stories too. I wrote about something that really happened.
Oh? What was your first story?
Well, I was walking through a clothes shop when my friend messaged me. I wasn't looking where I was going and I knocked into some people. No one got annoyed or anything. Then, suddenly, I walked right into a tall mirror and I said sorry to the person opposite. Then I realized it was me. It didn't hurt, but everyone in the shop was laughing. My face went bright red.
So, what do you like best about story slams?
I enjoy being creative, but that's not the most important thing. For me, it's the audience. Having a group of people there to react to your ideas is great. There's nothing better. And it doesn't matter if they don't choose your story as the best.
In the future, do you think you'll become a professional writer?
That would be an interesting life. but it's also difficult to earn money. And writing for me is just for fun. I'm going to continue with it, but not as a full-time job. To be honest, I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I leave school.
Okay, that was a long recording. Right, were you able to choose the answers? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, so
Yes, Miss.
before we start, what is a story slam? Would you like to participate in a story slam? No. No. I think you have to be very confident, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, with the first one, a story slam is an event for people who like
Listening to writers read their stories.
good. So in a slam event, you read books from other people, or what do you read?
Your book.
You read your
From
own
other people.
stories. Good. It's not a book club. You write your own stories and then you read it. Very good. And Eddie first heard about story slams from
A blogger in
A blogger in
another
another
country.
country.
a blogger in another country. Good. And then a teacher joins in. 3. What was Eddie's first story slam like?
People read stories of different types.
People read stories of different types. He mentioned some of them. He was a ghost story and
Funny stories, science fiction.
very good.
I don't
Yes.
remember anything
And
more.
what about his first story? Where he wrote about a time he felt
Embarrassed.
embarrassed. He made a fool of himself. Number 5. What's Eddie's favorite thing about story slams?
Sharing stories
Sharing
with a group
stories
of
with
people.
a group of people.
Sharing stories. Very good. And what about the future? What about number 6?
That he won't give up writing.
Good. He won't give up writing. He says he doesn't want to do it full time and he doesn't know what to do after school. Yes. Very good. You did very well. Do you find it difficult or hard?
No.
He spoke clearly, right? And the answers were one after another, so it was easy to follow.
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't speak in Chino Mandarin like in all the listenings.
No, he's very clear. Yes. Okay, very good. So now, back to the hell of tenses. Okay, these are the two tenses that we learned last class, right? Past simple and past continuous. We have a little recap to freshen your mind. So we said we have past simple. We said we can have regular and irregular verbs, right? They are used in the affirmative. In the negative, what do we use? We use an auxiliary. Which one?
Didn't.
Didn't. Very good. And the verb is in the infinitive.
The infinitive.
Good. What happens with questions?
The auxiliary is did.
Good.
The auxiliary goes first.
The auxiliary goes at the beginning and the verb
Is an infinitive.
also in the infinitive. Good. When did we use the past simple?
To talk things that start in the past and finish in the past.
Good. Something that starts and finishes in the past. No connection to the present. What's another use? What happens when we have more than one action?
We use past simple.
Right, so a sequence of actions, one action after the other. And the last one is the past for habits. That is the past of the simple present. Good. Then we had the past continuous. How did we form the past continuous? We have subject and then
The verb to be.
the verb to be in the past, which was
Was or were.
was or were. Very good. And the verb?
Finishing the verb with ing.
With ing. Very good. And here with negatives we say wasn't or weren't. And with questions we move the auxiliary to the beginning. Correct. What about the uses? When do we use past continuous? Come on, you have it there.
For actions in progress in the past.
Good, an action that is in progress. And what about stories? When do we use
set the scenes?
To set the scene? It was raining and the girl was waiting. Good. And now we have an extra bubble. That is when we combine the past simple and the past continuous. What happened? We have two actions. One that is in progress and one that interrupts the action in progress. So the action in progress we use what?
Past simple.
In progress?
Past continuous.
The past continuous. For example, I was walking. And the action that interrupts is in
past simple.
In past simple.
simple. I dropped my phone when I was walking. We have the two actions, the progress and the interruption, and we link them with when or with while. If we decide to use while, what follows?
Past continuous.
The past continuous. If we decide to use while, we need to write a verb in the past continuous. Very good. So now we are going to be doing some activities. Go to your handout. Open it on page 24. It looks like this. I'm going to go there as well. Good. We're going to go to the first exercise. Okay, here, short and simple, we have to choose the correct verb form to complete the sentences. So let's see, Sandy, can you start?
Okay. What page?
24. 24.
Yes. I found some money while I was walking through the park.
Very good. I found while I was walking. This one is the action that interrupts this one. Very good. Valen.
Yes. Jack Jack was getting home and saw that letter was and saw that there was a letter for him.
Okay, let's see. When you get home, when you open your door and you get inside, is that an action that takes a long time, that takes a progress, or it's something that you just completed in a split second? Like, do you do like this to arrive home? No.
No.
That is why we use a completed action in the past. In this case, we are talking about a sequence, right? So you get home and you find a letter. Imagine that you open the door and you find it in the table. Yes,
Okay.
one action after the other.
Okay.
Juli. Is he here? Yes.
Yes, I'm here. While he was swimming in the sea, someone stole our clothes.
Good. Here, what do we have here? A sequence of actions, one action that interrupted the other.
An action that is interrupted by other.
Good. So here we say we were swimming in the sea and someone stole our clothes. Very good. Belu.
Yes. Everyone in the crowd started singing when he was scoring his first goal. Was scoring.
This one? Like that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What about the action of scoring a goal? Cuando alguien mete un gol. Is that something that is right? That is an action that starts and finished, an action that is completed in the past. So you have to imagine the stadium and you say everyone in the crowd started singing when he scored.
Yes. Okay.
Fran. Díaz. Tenemos dos Franes.
I feel when I run for the bus.
When I run. Actually here, you have to think of, again, you are running and then this action interrupts the other because you have to stop running, right? If you fall, you have no choice other than to stop running. So in this case, we need to use this one. Has it ever happened to you, this situation, to fall when you're running for the bus?
No.
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 It happened to me that all my things fell. So I was running for the bus and my backpack was open. So all my books, all the things were spread in the street and it was very embarrassing because they started yelling, "Hey, hey, you!" And I was so confused. Okay, Vicky. Or Alejandro. Vicky, are you here? No sabe, no contesta. All right. Then Valen, Rosel.
Yes, miss. ¿Cuál vamos? 6.
6.
Lisa.
What? Sorry?
Soy Vicky, que recién se me había salido el...
Okay. Can you do number 7 after, because now Valen is doing number 6.
Bueno.
Okay.
¿Lo digo yo?
Yes.
Bueno. Lisa told her mom about when she was arriving.
Okay, Lisa told her mom all about it when she was arriving home. Why do you think this is wrong? There are certain verbs like start, like arrive, like get home, yes, that they inherently mean that they do not take a process. If you start shouting, it's not that you start in a progress, right? If you arrive somewhere, that is the moment you step, you put your foot in it, right? You step home, you arrive home. Yes? So those verbs, those actions are usually in the simple tense. They do not take a process to achieve. Yes?
Okay. Yes.
Good. Vicky.
Miss, recién hice yo el 6.
Ah, vos hiciste el 6, sorry. I thought se me mezclan, como no les veo las caras a veces. Valen.
Yes. My brother became ill while we were camping last year.
Good. Good. My brother became ill while we were camping. Okay, here we have while, so we know that we need a past continuous. And here, this one is another one. You become ill. It's not like a process. It's you get ill. Very good. Igna.
Yes, we decided to play tennis because the sun was shining.
Good. We decided to play tennis because the sun was shining. Here we have also an example of setting the scene. It's not a story, but you say the sun was shining. That is the scene of the day. Very good. Okay, do you need a minute?
Yes.
Yes. All right, ready?
Yes.
We move on to the next one. Okay, this one is as another news story. This one is a piece of news. Well, here we say crazy news. Not any news, it's just crazy news. Girl catches tennis ball in drink. Take a look. This one is a very journalistic style language, right? So when you read a piece of news or when you read the newspaper, the titles or the headings do not take articles, right? So girl catches tennis ball in drink. Let's see what happens. It says, well, we're going to read. Fran Diaz, can you do the first one? The first sentence?
Yes.
Oh, also you need to, sorry if I didn't explain, you need to put the verbs in brackets in the correct form.
Okay. Crazy news. Will watches tennis ball in drink. At the 3 o'clock last Sunday afternoon, 15 years old, Amy Jones watched a game of tennis at Wimbledon when something funny happened.
Okay, here we have two actions. Amy Jones watched the game of tennis and then something funny happened. Something happened. What do you think do you need here? Think, do we have a sequence of actions or do we have that one action is interrupted by another?
A sequence of actions.
You think you have
continuous.
Here, yes, we need to say she was watching the game of tennis and then something happened, right?
Yes.
Good. Let's see, Sophie.
Okay. One of the players suddenly hit the ball badly and it flew straight towards Amy.
Good. Here we have a sequence of actions, right? So this one is setting the scene for the story. So she was watching and something happened. And now we, as readers, expect to know what happened. And we have the sequence. One player hit the ball and it flew straight towards Amy. Let's see what happened next. Fran Martinez.
At that moment, Amy, Papa, a cup of orange juice. Without thinking, she Papa up her cup of orange juice and Papa the ball in it. At that moment, Amy was drinking a cup of orange juice. Without thinking, she was
Okay,
holding.
that's it. It was one sentence. Fine. Do you want to complete it? Do you want to do the whole thing?
Okay.
Okay.
Was holding up her cup of orange juice.
Okay, let's stop here for a second. So here, very good. She was drinking at that moment a cup of orange juice. But then without thinking, she did like this. She held her cup of orange juice and what happened?
And caught the ball in it.
And the last one, Agus. Are you here? No está en la llamada. Ok, debe ser por la conexión. Okay, Facu Tanquia, can you do the last one?
Yes. Sería everyone in the crowd thought it was very funny.
Very good. Everyone in the what? We have two crazy news. Oh yeah, we have two. Okay. Everyone in the crowd thought it was very funny. Very good. Take a look. These verbs usually, remember the special verbs that we talked about in the present simple and in the present continuous? They usually remain the same in the sense that the special verbs usually are in the simple tense. So verbs like thought, believed, blah, 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 they usually are in the present, in the simple, in the, oh God, in the past simple. God. Okay, that picture is anticlimactic. I was expecting something more exciting. Okay, so this is very, do you think this could actually happen? Did you understand the story? She was drinking a cup of orange juice and then from the tennis match, the ball landed in her cup. You think that could happen?
No, miss. Tendría que ser muy malo el jugador.
Yes, I think so too.
Tendría que estar jugando yo para que pase eso.
And also, the ball should have to go like this. And yes. The tennis, that's weird. That doesn't happen. Okay. And then we have another story. This one says, man survives bear attack and shark bite in the same year. Poor man. Okay, that is the picture of a shark. So, based on the on this thing in the italics, in written in bold, what do you think might have happened here?
A bear attacks the man and he survives, and then he goes to the sea and a shark bites him.
And a shark bites him.
I mean,
poor guy, right? Just die already. Okay. We have Facu Romo. Can you start reading?
Yes. Lim Turner must be the looking of unique man alive. Simon Aeu
6 months ago, a bear, blah, 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 him while he PPP in the mountains in Colorado, USA.
Hola, ¿me escuchas?
Now I do. Ahora sí, antes no.
Ah, was attacking.
Okay. While he
When he was walking in the mountain in Colorado.
Good. We know that we have the while, so we say while he was walking. Now, do you think that a bear was attacking him? Or what does the rest think? Which one, what would you say? Do you think that a bear attacks or that a bear is attacking?
Attack.
Okay, so in this case we say 6 months ago, a bear attacked him while he was walking. Also, this is a very a tip. When you have a specific time frame, not time frame, but time reference, like 6 months ago, or like in 2002, when you have a very specific date, you will need to use the simple past. For example, in 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered America. Cuando tenemos fechas o datos, fechas muy específicas, ya sea así, 6 months ago, o con un año, vamos a usar el pasado simple. So, Santi, can you do number 10? Actually, do 10 and 11 because we have they are in the same sentence.
In the mountains in Colorado, USA, Glenn, Glenn.
Read the whole thing and then complete it.
Glenn vivid the bear, which finally was fighting the bear.
Actually, we need to use the past simple because here we're actually describing the actions of the characters. Remember that this unit is based on stories. So we're going to deal a lot with present continuous, past continuous at the beginning, and then when we get to the main action, we usually use the simple past because we are telling the actions. Imagine you are saying, and then he fought the bear, and then the bear, what did he do? Finally,
finally, finally ran off.
Good. And the bear ran off, leaving him with just a few cuts. Good. We're in the climax of the story. Let's see. Valen, Cuello.
Then yesterday, Glenn in the Sea of Florida. Then yesterday, Glenn swam in the Sea of Florida.
Here we are setting the scene for another story. We have two stories in the same one because now we are covering the bear part, and now we move on to the sea. So I assume we're going to be talking about the shark. So we're starting. Then yesterday, Glenn
was swimming in the sea.
He was swimming in the sea. Now let's see what happened next. Juli.
Was swimming in the Sea of Florida. He that a shark, one of the most dangerous animals in the sea. He didn't see that a shark.
Good. One of the most dangerous animals in the sea, PPP, him. Follow.
Ah, tengo que hacer la
follows.
14.
Yeah, because they actually, we're going by
Oh.
sentences. Think of the action.
Okay.
Do you follow someone in something that starts and finishes, or does it take a long time?
Followed him. Lo siguió.
Actually, the shark was following him. Think of this. He was swimming in the sea. He didn't notice, he didn't see that the shark was following him. So he was swimming, the shark was following him, but he didn't see it. So let's see. Okay, we have two more, but they are in the same sentence. So let's see. Belu Cuenca, can you do it?
Yes, miss. The shark was biting.
Here we are,
Yes.
this is describing the attack. This is describing how the shark attacked him. So,
No me acuerdo del pasado de bite.
okay, el pasado de bite, yes. He bit Glenn's leg, but he
Was managing.
This one is one of those verbs that we think of, se las arregló para. Se las arregló para irse, right? He managed to swim safely back to the beach. He's fine now and hoping for a quiet few months. Okay, was this confusing? A little bit? Not at all? What about this story? Do you think this could happen?
Yes.
This one could happen. He's a very unlucky, I think. Poor guy. Okay, can we move on to the next one? Hey, hi, hello.
Yes.
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 Okay. Here we have to, well, you, have to rewrite each pair of sentences. We have 6 sentences as one, using the words in brackets. So we say, for example, I arrived home, it was raining. And you need to link the 2 sentences using either when or while. Right? So let's see. Fran Diaz, can you do the first one?
No, no entiendo mi qué hay que hacer.
You have to join the 2 sentences using when. For example, I'll do the first one. I arrived home, it was raining. So I think, well, which is the action that takes longer? It was raining. And also the sentence starts with it. So I say, it was raining when I arrived home. And it looks like this. You have to rewrite the sentences.
Ah, okay.
Yes? And you have to use the word that is in brackets. So, can you do number 2?
Yes. Paul was playing football. He hurt his legs. Paul, he hurt his leg while I played football.
While you played football? Or who was playing football?
He.
Good. So Paul hurt his leg while he was playing football. Good. Vicky.
Yes.
Yes, great. Number 3.
Sarah left the school. She got a job. Sarah. Sarah. Ay, no sé. Sarah got a job when left school.
Good, that's good. Sarah got a job when she left school. Here you have to change the order of the she and Sarah, right? You have to put the pronoun in the second sentence, but that's very good. Igna.
Yes. I met George in New York. I was living there. I met George in New York while I was living there.
Take a look. The sentence ends with in New York. So you may have to change. Well, in this case, we say I met George while I was living in New York. Your sentence is not wrong, actually. I kept thinking about it, and you said I met George while I was living. No, you said I met George in New York while I was living in New York. It sounds a little repetitive, but it's not grammatically wrong. The best way to answer, though, is this one. Yes?
Okay. Okay.
Valen Rosell.
Yes, miss. Sorry. 5. I told Anna the joke. She laughed. Anna.
You know you have to end the sentence with the joke.
Yes.
So Anna, what did she do? And here, take a look. We have two subjects. We have two different people. I tell a joke, Anna laughs. So Anna si empieza con el sujeto de Anna, fíjate que es como te decía, yo hago la acción de decir I make the action of telling the joke, Anna does the action of laughing. So if the sentence starts with Anna, which one of the two will you need? ¿Se entiende? El razonamiento.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
But I was thinking.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Anna and laughed the joke.
Anna laughed when. Okay, who can help her a little bit? We know that starts with Anna laughed. And I'm giving a little hint. Anna laughed when?
Anna laughed when I told her the joke.
Good. That's correct. Anna laughed when I told her the joke. When we have a verb like tell, you need to tell someone. That is why we have the word her here. Her here. So Anna laughed when I told her the joke. Good. Fran Martinez, the last one.
Yes. We were waiting at the bus stop. We saw Greg. We saw Greg while we are waiting at the bus stop.
Very good. We saw Greg while or when we were waiting at the bus stop. Very good. You need a minute to write it down. Or can we move on to the next one? Okay, I take it that you finished. Let's see how we are doing on time. Vamos a dejar, este es muy parecido. Vamos a ir a otros ejercicios. Oh, and I'm sick of stories, of news stories. Okay. Now we move on to the handout. Well, we are on the handout. We're going to move to the back. Go to page 117.
Of the book or the handout?
Handout.
Oh, handout.
Handout. The fat one. This exercise is very similar to the one that we just did, right? But instead of rewriting the sentences, we need to complete. We need to use to complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb in brackets. Yes. So here we have the first picture. We take a look. Well, I don't know if you can see properly. In the book it is clearer, but you see that there are clouds and it looks like it's raining and some people are playing golf. So the sentence says they were playing golf when it started to rain. Yes? So let's take a look at the second picture. We have a man in what it looks like a car and his wallet starts buzzing. So let's see, Sophie.
His mobile was ringing. No, his mobile rang when he was driving.
Good. His mobile rang when he was driving. Very good. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the third picture. Let's see. Faku Tankia, can you do it?
Which one?
Number 3.
We heard the news when we were sunbathing. Corsica.
Okay. Do you think that you hear the news or that you take a look at it looks like they are relaxing in the beach and the sound is on for a long time. So what do you say? They heard or they were hearing?
They were hearing the news.
They were hearing.
In this case, we take a look at the picture. We say, okay, that takes a long time, and we say, well, they were hearing the news when they were sunbathing. Good. Number 4, we have a tree and some people. So let's see. Agus. Agus es la que se... no, volvió ahí, pero está silenciada.
No, tenía el...
Igual recién se te cortó la llamada.
Sí, me dejó andar el wifi. ¿Se me escucha ahora?
Ahora sí.
Bueno. He was looking at the tower when someone took his bag.
Good. Oh, it's a tower. I thought it was a tree. Good. He was looking at the tower when someone took his bag. He got stolen. Very good. Number 5. Facu Romo.
I had a coffee when I was seeing her.
Okay, take a look. In this case, it looks like he is in a coffee shop or in a cafe. So did he drink the coffee and was seeing her, or he was drinking and then she saw her?
Yes.
Yes, the second one, right?
Yes.
Yes. So he was having a coffee and then he saw her. Yes. Good. And well, let's start again. Santi.
Yes. She an accident when she to the shops, and she saw an accident when she was walking to the shops.
Very good. She saw an accident when she was walking. What Santi did here is very useful, that he read the whole sentence and then he completed it. Very good. You should do that. That is very useful because sometimes when you read the whole sentence, you understand it better because you know which action took longer. Yes? So if you can do that, that's great. Okay. Any questions here? Do you need me to repeat any of the sentences?
Can you repeat la number 3, please?
La number 3, yes. We were hearing the news when we were sunbathing. Actually,
Thank you.
I think I will correct myself now. I think that because we do not have a lot of context, both options can be correct. I think that we can say, who did this, Facu? ¿Quién la hizo esta?
Yes, Miss, creo que la había hecho Facu.
La había hecho Facu, que dijo, we heard the news. Acá creo que podemos tener dos interpretaciones. Una es, we were hearing the news, as in, that was an activity that we were doing, but it could also mean that we heard a specific news, right? For example, I don't know, we heard the news that there was, I don't know, there was, cualquier news. Ay, chicos, me trabé. We heard the news that there was a bomb. Yes, the nuclear bomb exploded when we were sunbathing. Yes, so both could be possible. All right, we have the second exercise. Here we have a text, and we see that it says arrivals. It looks like it is an airplane or something like that, an airport, sorry. And some people have, it says Mr. Jones, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Bloggs, and there's a lady walking in. So let's see, it starts saying, when Mr. Jones arrived at JFK International Airport, when she arrived, she looked around, but she
didn't see
anybody there to meet her. A lot of people, cards with numbers, with names.
What holding?
A lot of people were holding cards with names on them, but they, for her,
didn't wait.
Didn't wait.
Didn't wait, or if it was an action that they were holding.
Weren't waiting.
They were not waiting for her. They were waiting for someone else. Good. She, not know what to do. Remember the use of know. Take a look at the verb. She arrived. No one's there. She didn't know. Very good. She didn't know what to do, but it, a beautiful sunny day.
It was.
Good. It was a beautiful sunny day. So she
decided.
Good. She decided to go to the hotel on her own. Power. Yes. She outside and for a taxi. She went outside and
was looking.
Was looking or
looked.
She looked. The idea of looking here is not that she actually looked, but that she did like this, like taxi. Yes. So she went outside and looked for a taxi. A lot of people
were waiting.
Good, correct. A lot of people were waiting. So she catch the airport bus into New York. Caught the bus. Good. To catch a bus, what does it mean? She got in. She se tomó, digamos. Se tomó había mucha gente en el taxi, entonces se tomó el bus. Tomó el bondi. The bus stopped in Manhattan, quite near her hotel. The bus stopped. Good. And she
got off.
And she got off. Good. Here we have a sequence of actions. She took the bus, she got to Manhattan, and she got off the bus. Very good. She into the hotel.
Walked.
Do you think and PP her name? Alexandra Jones. Yeah, she walked into the hotel and
gave
her name Alexandra Jones. She to the hotel receptionist when suddenly
was talking
to the hotel receptionist when suddenly a man up to her.
Run.
When a man ran up to her.
Run, but with an A.
Yes, very good. Ran up to her. He a card which Mr. Jones
was carrying.
He was carrying a card which
said.
Good. In this case, it's not that the card is speaking. The card was not saying Mr. Jones. It's just that the card was written on. So the card said Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, I'm terribly sorry. I for you at the airport, but you a man. Okay, so I'm terribly sorry. I
was waiting
for you at the airport, but I thought you
were.
You were. Okay, normally, yeah, you were a man. That's okay. Alex said Alex. It happens to me all the time. Very good. Very good. So, any questions here? Do I need to repeat something?
Yes, Miss, can you repeat?
Okay, one by one. Which one?
The number 19.
19, he was carrying.
Thank you.
Esto se escribe con primero Y y después ING, las dos. Carrying. Yes. Good. There was another one. Someone else wanted.
Después is la 22.
22?
I think.
But I thought. The past of think. Thought. Anything else? No?
No.
Okay. Well, here, this one is page 115. We're gonna do this quickly because the half of the page, you can see that it is covered with a table with things a chart with things that you already know. So, for example, with the verb to be, we use usually yesterday, last, previously, or ago. This is the specific time that I was talking about. I, he, she, it was. We, you, they were, wasn't. And to make a question, we move it to the beginning. That is the simple past with the verb to be. With other verbs, they can either be regular or irregular. You already know this. That is why I don't spend a lot of time with this. Are there any questions here? I assume no. No. Then we will do the activity here that says put the verbs in brackets into the correct form of the past simple. So you need to look. Here, for example, it is a question. So you know, bear in mind, and you need to use you and watch the horror film last night. So let's see. Santi. No, ¿quién fue el último? Who was the last one to speak? You were the last one, Santi? Yeah, sorry. So, Valen.
Okay. 1. The horror film last night. Did you watch the horror film last night?
Did you watch last night? We have a specific time frame. Very good. Juli.
I to the cinema last Saturday, but the film. I went to the cinema last Saturday, but I didn't like the film.
I went, but I didn't like. Yes, very good. This one is actually easier because you only have to use simple past. Only the simple past. So let's see, Belu, number 3.
Yes. A train crashed yesterday morning.
A train crashed. Good. Fran Diaz.
Susan didn't stay in an hotel.
Susan didn't stay in a hotel. Very good. Vicky.
Miss. Yes. ¿En cuál estamos, Miss, hoy?
Number 5.
Did you see Kate? Yes. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see Kate yesterday? You only have to use the simple past. So, did you see Kate yesterday? Very good. Okay. This one we have to make a question. You have to make a hypothetical situation. So, what we're going to do with this exercise is that you will write next to the prompts, the question, right? You will write the question, and then orally we will invent a place to which you were in vacation. So, for example, I will do the first one. Where, well, the duck says you have just come back from a holiday. Your friend is asking you some questions. Look at the prompts and ask and answer the question. So I will be both my friend and myself. So my friend says, "Where did you go?" And you have to write, "Where did you go?" Write the questions and orally answer it. So I went to the Bahamas. I wish. Let's see, Igna.
Yes. Where did you go?
No. The second one.
Oh, okay. Who did you go with? I went with my family.
Okay, very good. Valen, Rosel.
Yes, Miss. And have a good time. Did you have a good time?
Did you?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, I did. Good. Fran Martinez.
Stay at the campsite. Did you stay at the campsite? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. Okay, that's fair. Sophie.
Was the weather good? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Very good. Facu Tanquia.
Which one?
This one. What?
What do you do every day?
Do you do?
What you do every day? Yeah.
Did you do every day? Remember that we ask questions in the past.
Yes.
Yeah. So what did you do every day? In the Bahamas with your family.
Stay in the beach.
I stayed in the beach. That's so nice. I wish we could be in the Bahamas right now, all together in the Bahamas, right?
Yes.
Aguviola.
Did you eat at restaurant? ¿Se me escuchaba?
Sorry, couldn't hear the last part.
Did you eat at restaurants?
And your answer?
Did you eat at restaurants?
Yes, but answer the question, if hypothetically. Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
Sí. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Very good. That's fair. And the last one, Facu Romo.
Did you go to the beach? Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. It would be very dumb to go to the Bahamas and not go to the beach. Okay. Any questions here? Do you need me to repeat? Do you need me to repeat anything?
No.
No. All completed? Great. Miren todo lo que tenemos, guys. And today we are going to hear a story as an ending. This story is called The Haunted House. We will watch the video now, and I want you to pay attention to the tenses, to what happens in the story, and I want you to think of a different ending. We will talk about it when the story finishes. So let's see. It's a short one.
The Haunted House, a past continuous story. I was walking my dog, Max. It was starting to get dark. We were walking past an old abandoned building when Max ran off and into the house. I called out to him, but he didn't come back. I walked towards the house and went through the open door. I was scared. I was looking for Max when I thought I saw a ghost. But when I walked closer, I saw that it was just a white curtain that was blowing in the wind. I was calling Max's name when I heard a crash from one of the rooms. I was terrified. I was walking into the room when a black cat ran past me. Then I heard Max barking in the backyard. He was digging up bones in the garden. He was digging in a pet cemetery. I grabbed Max's leash and ran home as fast as I could. Now let's review.
Okay, that's the story. What happened? This haunted house.
A man was walking with his dog. The dog ran out of the correa.
Right.
And entered to the haunted house.
Then the dog, he hears a crash, right? Boom, a noise. Yes. And he sees an animal. A black what?
Cat.
A black cat. Do you know what that means?
Bad luck.
A black cat means bad luck. Very good. So he hears the noise, and then he goes, and what does he find? What is the dog doing?
Dog digging a tumba, miss. I don't know.
Yeah, he was digging a pet cemetery. Very good. So it was a horror story. Let's see. And what tense does the narrator use mainly? You can see it everywhere.
The past continues.
The past continues. So he says, I was walking and then I saw, right? And what do you think happened? Here, it's not so much a different ending, but what do you think is the supernatural thing that happened here? Because the narrator doesn't tell us very much. The narrator says, well, my dog was craving a tumba. I forgot the name of tumba as well. But what do you think happened? Do you think there was a demon, a ghost?
No, me que había una tumba en la casa.
Ah, that's so boring. I want ghosts and I want haunted things.
Pero no había nada, Miss.
Have you watched the film, in English it's called Hocus Pocus. It's the one with the 3 witches. Yeah, it's very popular on Disney. My hypothesis is that this black cat is like that black cat in the movie. It's a cursed cat. What do you think?
¿Cómo es la teoría?
Have you watched Hocus Pocus?
Sí.
Okay, you know that the black cat is actually a person who was cursed. Es un chico a quien maldijeron. So I think that the cat has to attract people to the house in order to kill them and then be free of his curse. That is my theory.
¿Pero no era bueno el chico?
Well, but this is a bad cat. This one is a demon. This is my theory. This is my story. Okay. What was I going to say? Well, no, that was it. I wanted to give a different ending. Today we do not have winners or losers, just a little haunted. Have you ever been into a haunted house? ¿O en una casa vieja?
No, but
Yes.
hay, ¿cómo se dice? Que pasaron cosas paranormales o algo
Spooky
así.
things? Okay, do tell. Tell us.
In English or Spanish, because
Si podés en English better, si no en español porque ya me dio curiosidad.
y la digo en español porque voy a estar cada 2 por 3 disparando.
Okay.
Mi heladera tiene un problema, que a la noche más o menos empieza, viste, cuando la dejas abierta, por mucho tiempo empieza a hacer ruidito.
Sí.
Bueno, y a la noche siempre onda 2, 3 de la mañana a hacer ruido. Y como nadie se despierta, siempre tengo que ir a bajar yo a cerrarla.
Ajá.
Y era más o menos 3:20 algo por ahí. Bajo y con la linterna, no el celular. Me quedo ahí. Era más o menos 3:30, viste que dicen que como la hora
Yeah,
del
they say that it's
demonio,
the
cosas
spooky
así.
hour. Yes.
Y yo como siempre a esa hora más o menos saco una galletita o algo para picar. Escucho como pasos en el descanso de la escalera y pienso que es mi mamá, digo, uy, cagué. Entonces apago la linterna y me quedo quieto. Para, y cuando estoy subiendo por la escalera me empieza a titilar la luz del celular. Y no me andaba. Me fijaba la hora y era más o menos por esa hora y me re asusté.
Oh my God. I find those things like I'm super scared of supernatural things. And I find babies and pets, when they stare off into nothing, I find that so scary. You know that dogs sometimes start barking at, well, my dogs are super histéricos. Los dos son super histéricos, so they bark all the time. But when they bark at nothing, like super angry, or when a baby starts crying out of nowhere, oh, that's so spooky to me. Okay, do you like spooky stories?
Yes.
Yes, do you believe in the supernatural?
So.
Okay, well.
Miss, a mí, ¿sabes qué me pasa todas las noches?
What?
¿Viste en donde pones tipo el papel higiénico en el baño? Que es como el metal. Pues siempre lo escucho sonando como que... todas las noches.
Pero pasar un
Creaky
poco de
doors
aceite y
and
deja de hacer ruido.
windows. Yeah. I mean, I rationally know that there are no ghosts, but when you are all alone in your bed and then you hear... It's like, I don't like it. Okay. Well, that is it for today. You have no homework. You have been working great. And, well, it's Wednesday today. Yes. Have a very nice weekend, and then we will keep working next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Miss.